Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. It is main event time on Summerslam 2025 Night 1, which was for the World Heavyweight title as Gunther, the Ring General, defended against the best in the world, CM Punk. This match reminded me of the beginning of this match reminded me of Randy Orton versus Gunther at Bash in Berlin last year. And then as the match progressed, it reminded me of Sami Zayn versus Gunther at WrestleMania 40. Let me explain why. It reminded me of Randy Orton versus Gunther in the beginning because if you remember that match, Randy Orton was trying to be methodical and be a surgeon himself, targeting, I believe he was targeting Gunther's arm in that match, I believe. I know he was targeting a body part. I don't remember what the body part is, but I believe he was trying to target his arm. Randy was doing that from like the beginning of the match and the middle of the match. CM Punk did exactly that. He was trying to catch Gunther slipping, kind of catch him hold for hold, and also working on his arm, which was smart because if you work on Gunther's arm, more so the dominant arm, then there's not much that Gunther can do. I think that's exactly what Punk was trying to do. But Gunther got back in his head, got back focused, and pretty much just started dominating. And when I mean dominating, the minute Gunther hit a chop, because Gunther was trying to hit the chop, Punk kept blocking it. But the minute Gunther finally got a chop, is the minute Gunther was in full control. Full control. Because after that, Gunther was damn near untouchable. I mean, Punk got a couple moves in. He hit his spinning net breaker. He attempted to go for the knee, couldn't hit it. He hit a couple strikes. He hit a couple chops of his own. But Gunther was just in full control for majority of the match, which is why that this match reminded me of Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Because if you remember that match, Gunther was pretty much in control the whole entire time, to the point where he was being Punk up, and my man was just showing off. Because that's exactly what he was doing. Like every time he had Punk down, he was talking to him. He was like, "You're not the best in the world. I'm the best in the world. Who you calling kid? I'm going to show you the difference." You know, all that. He even walked towards the World Heavyweight Championship and went, "The World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther." You know what I'm saying? Looked at the camera saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like Gunther was cocky, bro, in this. And I don't blame him. I also said to myself, if Gunther gets all the chops he wants against CM Punk, he's gonna chop his areola off. He was chopping him to the point where CM Punk's chest was bleeding. Yeah, that told you everything you needed. That told you everything you needed to know. Gunther was hitting clotheslines. He was hitting power bombs, chops. He hit a splash from the top rope. He was booting him in the face. Gunther did everything. Gunther literally told Punk everything he was going to do before this match. I believe it was on... Was it on this past Raw? It was on either on this past Raw or the week before, or last week. But I just know he said he was going to bully him. He was going to chop him. He was going to push him around. He was going to choke him out. That's probably the one thing Gunther didn't get to do was choke him out. But other than that, Gunther did damn near everything else he said he would do. He beat the hell out of Punk, bro. And Punk survived everything. He survived everything. The moment came. The moment came where they were on the outside. Punk was trying to get his bearings. He was leaning on the apron. Gunther got on top of the Spanish announce table and just started gloating. Looking at the crowd, just gloating. Then Punk, with what little bit of life he had, tripped Gunther up. Gunther, boom, face first on the Spanish announce table. Rolled off. And Punk went back to the apron, just breathing, trying to catch his breath, get all the life he can get. When the camera aimed at Gunther, Gunther was cracked. Gunther was busted open. And I was like, oh, I didn't see this coming. Gunther was busted open. From there, I said to myself, yep, it's over. I said, yep, it's over. It's done after that. It's done. And it showed, because once they got back in the ring, Gunther couldn't do anything. He couldn't see anything. Blood was getting to his eyes. He tried to kept wiping his face. Blood was already in his eyes. He couldn't really do much. So then, Punk tried to take advantage. So he was about to go to sleep. He picked him up. Gunther actually fell down and got him in the choke. So now he's in the choke. He got him in the Coquina clutch. He got him. And he got him down. So they're both on the mat. Gunther got it cinched in. He don't got his legs wrapped around yet though. So Punk still had a little bit of room to maneuver. So Punk getting up. He's on one knee, now he's on both his feet. Gunther still got the lock, got the sleep hold locked in. Picks Gunther up. Go to sleep. Finally has to go to sleep. Gunther did not go down. He's on his feet. He's dizzy. He's dazed, but he's on his feet. He's rocked. Punk gets a little bit more energy. Picks him up again. Another go to sleep. 1, 2, 3. For the first time in about 16 years, CM Punk is once again the World Heavyweight Champion. And Punk's record stays intact. Because whenever a world title is on the line at SummerSlam, either he's defending it or he's challenging for it, he is undefeated. For the first time since 2009, CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion. I was happy. I was hyped. I was like, yes, let's go. I was hyped. Felt great because that match was good. That match was great. I love it. That match was good. It ticked all my boxes. I felt great. I was good. So I'm like, all right, cool. Punk wins. We can go to sleep. Sleep happy. Punk's the champion. Until I heard 3 words. Burn it down. The crowd erupted. Crowd went crazy. And there he was. On crutches. With a knee brace. There was Seth Rollins. I'm looking at this, and I'm just shaking my head. I'm just like, oh boy. I'm just like, oh boy. I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing. I just did this, and I watched. I just wanted to see what was going to happen. So Punk just talking. I'm sorry, Rollins just talking. He's yelling at Punk, all that, right? Then as he's done, he turns around and then he walks away. Then he stops. Then he fixes his posture, drops the crutches, and the crowd lost their mind on that. Takes the shades off, takes the knee brace off, takes his jacket off, takes the briefcase, and then bolts all the way down to the ring. Grabs Jessica Carr. He needed a ref. Grabs Jessica Carr. Punk's ready for him. Punk had to look behind him in case Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker weren't there. And then boom, Punk and Rollins throwing hands. Punk looking for the GTS. Rollins counters with a couple elbows to the back of the neck. Grabs the briefcase. Boom, hits him in the back of the head. Boom, gives him another one. Then boom, just keeps hitting him with the briefcase. Keeps hitting him till Punk is down. Then gives the briefcase to Jessica Carr. Tells her, I'm cashing in. Then Jessica Carr gives the briefcase to Lisa Taylor. Tells her he's cashing in. Once the announcement is made, bell rings. Seth Rollins, curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, we once again have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Now a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. Now has cashed in Money in the Bank twice. Becomes the third man to cash in Money in the Bank twice successfully. I'm sorry, becomes the fourth man to cash in Money in the Bank twice successfully. Seth Rollins is once again the World Heavyweight Champion. Okay. I knew the World Heavyweight Championship was going to happen. I knew Seth was going to cash in at some point. I knew that. I just don't like the simplistic fact that they had to fake this just to get here. I'm like, you technically didn't have to do that. You technically didn't have to do that. Like, you could have caught Punk off guard at any given time. I know this is probably the real off guard because now you got to think, Rollins is hurt. He ain't going to cash in. And then boom, it happens. So you know what? I get it. I understand. Rollins caught Punk off guard. He probably caught all of us off guard. And you know what's funny? I forgot who wrote the comment. Somebody wrote a comment on one of my videos and said, what if Seth Rollins pulls a Naomi? And then Seth Rollins cashes in to become WWE Champion. Well, that's not happening. Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champion. So that theory is out the window. Yeah. So I said, all these matches leading up to the main event, SummerSlam at that point was kind of okay. It was all right. It was solid, right? It was solid. But this main event probably turned up night one something ridiculous. I ain't gonna lie to you. This main event was great. Cash in was great. Everything was just great. Like the whole main event was just mwah. That's all I can say. Mwah. You know what I'm saying? And I only do that for certain matches. That World Heavyweight Championship match and the cash in, mwah. Beautiful. Love it. Love that we got that ending. Love that it ended in that fashion. I love it. But yeah, night one is done. As I said, night one was Night two, or as I like to call it, Championship Sunday. We'll see what we got in store for that. And yeah, that's it. It is 10:30. Yes. Could go to sleep early. You know what I'm saying? But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. As always, we will be back tomorrow night for SummerSlam Night 2. Hopefully, Night 2 is better, just as good. I just hope this makes SummerSlam as a whole a good show. That's all I want. Well, until next time, peace, love, 100. Here.